Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Mandy and welcome to the Colourarte premiere. It's very important that you pay attention to the description box below and make sure that you enter to win all of the prizes, the channel prize and the grand prize. So I'm laying down my pillow paint here. I'm going to use the bloom recipe. I'm going to do a swipe. This is my second attempt for this day, so it turns out kind of funky, but I'm trying something a little bit different and it's harder than it looks. So that first color is Indigo from Matisse. If you follow my channel, you know I enjoy some negative space swipes, but I kind of stick to the safe zone, and so I'm trying a couple things, and both of the times I tried this today it didn't quite go as planned, but I do really like the way this turns out. But I definitely had to trim down the size of this video because I had to mess with it quite a bit. So this is Phthalo Green from Atelier Free Flow, and my mix for this wasn't great. It was too thin. I thickened it up a little bit, but I definitely had some trouble with the Phthalo Green because I'm kind of putting these down as like split color backgrounds, and my Indigo was a little too thick. So but I still love the way it turned out. I do have to touch a couple things up. In the middle of the two, I'm going to put some turquoise phthalo from Golden. All my paints are mixed up using the bloom recipe, and I do have a tutorial below of, you know, how I normally mix my blooms and why. I get a lot of questions about that. So I'm going to go over the colors with you as I go, simply for the sake of time. But make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment below so you can be eligible to win the prize for my channel, which will be a 6-piece set of Prism Pour colors. And make sure that you watch all of the artists and piece together the secret phrase so that you get a chance to win the grand prize, which is a $400 shopping spree to Colourarte, which is amazing. Also, don't forget, you do have a discount code in my description box below. Using Mandy1120, you can save 20% off of anything on the Colourarte website. All right, so let me go over the colors with you. This is Northern Sky, which is a beautiful Prism Pour color. And the colors are going to be a little bit different from like one side to the other, and I'm kind of figuring this out as I go along, so forgive me for the lack of structure. Next up, I really love Northern Sky because it's like this beautiful like icy blue with a violet shift. This is Shadow Moon, which is a primary element color. Also really love this color. I had to slow this down a little bit because I sped up the rest of the video so much. This is Cerulean Blue, which is a Prism Pour color, and it is so gorgeous. And this is, I'm trying to remember what color that is. It's Tropical Splash, and it's gorgeous. It's one of the newer primary elements colors. I just had to remember the name. Sorry about that. And next up, I am using Interference Violet from Colourarte. I'm using a little Phthalo Blue from Atelier Free Flow. I used a whole bunch of it in the previous painting that turned out very different than I intended, so I only had a little bit left. And I will be using a black and white cell activator and swiping across. Okay, so I have my black cell activator down with just a little bit of white. And then I'm going to swipe it across our color. Wasn't my best swipe action, but don't worry, I'll fix it probably. Just breaking the surface tension a little bit, popping some bubbles. Kind of have to do something about that weird part I did in the middle. And I did have to work on this one a little bit, but the colors were really, really beautiful. At this point, I'm kind of questioning the phthalo green choice on one side with putting a different color in the middle, but hang in there with me. I think we'll make it work. So I'm just cleaning up the edge here. I dipped my skewer in a little bit of interference violet to soften that harsh black cell activator edge. That's what I like about swipes is you can almost always rescue a swipe. I also dipped my skewer in interference violet right there to capture that one part that was like a super weird shaped green cell from where I didn't do a great job swooshing around. Okay, so on this side, we're going to do the Northern Sky Prism Pour again, because it kind of works on both colors. And the colors will be slightly different on this side. Some of them will still be the same. This is Neptune's Gaze, which is a beautiful prism pour color. So you notice I kind of used the cerulean blue on the side where we have green, and I'm using Neptune's Gaze on this side. I did use a little cerulean blue because how can you not? It's so beautiful. It's amazing. And then a little bit more Shadow Moon again on this side. So I just changed a couple of things, not a lot. Actually, I think I just switched out two of the colors. Some more interference violet. And I think I used, oh yeah, Tropical Breeze. I think it's Tropic Breeze. And some phthalo blue. And again, black and white cell activator. Oh, apparently I put some turquoise phthalo there too. That was probably a good idea. Popping some bubbles. Too many bubbles. I'm going to layer the cell activator exactly the same, and then we'll swoosh it across. And then I have to kind of tweak a couple of places because as I'm doing this, I'm looking at the weird line in the middle thinking, I should have planned this better. That's okay. We recover. All right, so we're just swooshing it across. Again, I kind of just went wild there on the bottom, but it ends up working out. So hang with me. I know it's funky right now. So I'm going to pop a couple bubbles. Then you'll notice I have to do something about the weird middle. And it's like I love the part where the blue is, and I'm really kind of on the fence about that weird phthalo green negative space because what I had in my head, it just didn't materialize. So what I did there is I took a smaller palette knife. I put black and white cell activator and interference violet down. So I basically put the black down first and then the white and then interference violet. And I just swooshed it over that weird harsh line. And then, you know, just wrecked it a little bit. And then I was still really obsessing about this green part. And I was like, I don't mind it a little bit, but it was just like so much more negative space in that spot than anywhere else. So as I popped bubbles, I just looked for places where it looked weird. And I ended up doing something down there with the palette knife and swiping it across, and I didn't like it. So and I put some blue. I don't remember which one it was. And I didn't like it. I was like, well, that just looks worse. So I just scooped it off. I thankfully still had a little bit too much paint. So I just said, adios weird part, and I swooped it off. So this is nothing like what I had in my head, but I'm super grateful that I really think it turns out really beautiful. I need to practice all of the different ways you can do a swipe and really push my boundaries. So hang in with me for a close-up. My secret word is sing with a question mark. So again, sing, S-I-N-G with a question mark. And you want to make sure you write down all of those words in order so you can submit your phrase to be entered into the grand prize. So obviously this transformed into something really beautiful, and I really love the way it turned out. So hang in with me for a close-up. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment so you can be eligible to win the grand prize. I'm sorry, the prize for my channel, and then submit the phrase to Colourarte so that you can be eligible for the grand prize. And the instructions will be in the description box below. Hang in there with me for the close-up. All right, everyone, so let me show you my close-up. I really love the way these colors work together. So don't forget to compile your secret phrase and submit that to Colourarte. And don't forget to comment and subscribe so you'd be eligible for the channel prize. And up next is Saskia's channel, so let's all jump over there. But check out these beautiful colors together. Look at that pop of the interference violet when the light hits the color. I super love the way this turned out, especially since we had to work so hard for it. I really like the composition. So let me know what you think. Thank you for your support. Thank you for joining our collaboration. Such wonderful artists, and so much fun to do this with everyone. And don't forget to check the description box for all the details. Can't stop looking at that purple color. So yeah, anyway, Colourarte is amazing. So don't miss out on your chance for that shopping spree. Appreciate you guys. Saskia's next.